Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh my god. Okay. Hello. Hello, people. Just getting started. Doing some good old fun activities or something like that. How about everyone else? Hi, Kara. Welcome to the stream. I just finished. Whoa! I just finished the second planet. And like, man, this is so much fun, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Honkai Star Rail is genuinely really fun. Yippee. So, and I know that there is a I know my next destination is going to be Penacony. However, I also want to be able to do some of the companion quests, because I have been told, like, by a few people that, hey, you might not be able to do this again, so you might not be able to do this later, so please do it now. So I'm taking things really slowly. I think that's the correct thing to do, right? Question mark? I don't know. Yep. So I'm basically taking things, like I said, very slowly. But otherwise, things are genuinely really fun. Oh man. Yeah, how are people? Do 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 do. Bro. People need to stop working. People gotta stop working and, like, stop flying their planes. That's whatever. I don't really care. Do 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 do. Okay. In the Astro Express train, there are at least 2 characters on the train, so check that one out also if you got the time. Okay, alright. Also, I should probably change my thing, so... Hello! Hello. Yeah. We are here. We are chilling. I'm also gonna move this up a little bit. And actually, there we go. Yeah. Now people can really see all your messages without there being an awkward space at the beginning. Do 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 do. Dude, I'm seeing some like really chill stuff on my timeline, and what is it? Hang on, like, look at this adorable stuff right here. Look at this. Isn't this so cute? Isn't this thing amazing? I can hear the airplane. Yeah, I bet you can. But isn't this just adorable? That's not all. We have this, which is also very adorable. I've been to this place, actually. I've been here, exactly. I've been exactly here. Before Despair AU? True, yeah. But yeah, but then there's also this, which is also similarly adorable. So yeah, this is some cool stuff. Oh man. Alright. Wait, is this the right thing? I just realized. Yeah, this is the wrong thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at my chat. Look at how the chat is set up. I should probably get this. There you go. So no, I am not currently researching Ninetales. Oh my god. Who am I actually currently researching? Oh, that's a curious question I'd like to have answered. Let's see. So I did Mesprit, which is, I feel like it needs some like revisiting for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly like revisit that, and I am going to make a new sprite for it just because. Yeah, by the way, can I say I love doing like Photoshop for these like simple images. Hang on. Watch there be like something bad. I'm gonna actually do that just to be sure there's nothing bad. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Never mind. I take it back. Look at this. So we have my screen here, and let's get Mesprit, because I do actually want to get Mesprit out of the way. Yeah, look at this. Look at this little guy. Look at this little goober. And then who comes next? Oh, Golisopod? Oh. Not available in many generations. I think it's only available in 2 of them, in fact. I don't remember Golisopod in Gen 9 anywhere. Gives me more time to talk about it though. The little guy, yeah. Do 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 do. You know what I've always like thought? Does playing Pokemon truly make people a gamer? Like especially like when it comes to like competitive Pokemon and like Nuzlocking and stuff. Like, oh yeah, cool dude. You know how to play Pokemon. It's like getting good at playing with a calculator. Which funnily enough you do actually use calculators. More like a specific gamer, but sure. Okay, that makes sense. There's a vacuum going on in the background, by the way, in case you're wondering. So much noisy stuff, and people get on me for doing metal music, Da, 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 da. Okay, so I have that. Let's add more to the actual tail. And now the feet. Does it take any energy for these guys to float around? On paper, I would think yes. But then, like, when I actually see them all the time, they're never not floating. They never walk. Do, 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 do. Okay. And then next up would be Golisopod, who is like a radically different Pokemon. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna need a Mega Lucario one too. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, speaking of radically different Pokemon. This thing's so fucking edgy. Oh my god. Look at how this thing looks. Lucario. Do, 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 do. see, what else is there? Okay, is that it? Other than maybe a blue speck there. No, right there too. Nothing else, hopefully. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Alright, so this we can save. Let's go to Gen 7, get ourselves a Golisopod. Look at how radically different this guy is. Oh my god. What does he look like to you, actually? I wonder. What does he look like to most people? I think... What is it? Is he called like a cephalopod or something? Based on the giant isopod. Oh, that's what it is. He's based on a cockroach. Yeah, I guess so. That's fair. Mega Golisopod has the highest base stat total of all bug-type Pokemon. Wow. It took Nabana-san over 6 months to fully design and create Golisopod. This is an average amount of time for a Pokemon to be fully created, which includes determining its habitat, behavior, moveset, and abilities. I guess that makes sense. Holy. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Okay, a little more there. Also, I feel like obviously a lot of these cuts won't be perfect, but they're still pretty cool to see like these random Pokemon in like cool posing. That's what I think. Golisopod, huh? And then we'll do one more. That'll be Floatzel. Do I have Floatzel? I don't think I have Floatzel. Do I? I do. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is like a way more interesting posing. Interesting in a... I don't know, sense. I don't know what kind of sense you want to put it in, but I mean, this, by all means, this sure is an interesting pose. What sense are we talking? Oh, don't worry about it. Have you seen Markiplier's Smash or Pass video? It's one of the silliest things I've seen. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you seen MatPat's video, a theory video based around Markiplier's Smash or Pass? Love how the editor is having fun in that one. Yeah, for sure. I do actually find it genuinely funny that Mark had smashed. Okay, so I don't know if you knew this about like Mark, but like when it comes to like the Pokemon that he smashed, a lot of them were from the region based on Hawaii. And it's kind of funny because, wouldn't you know it, Mark was actually born in Hawaii. I was just like, wow, that's genuinely really funny. That is one of the funniest things about the Smash or Pass thing. It's like, he's like, of all the Pokemon that he smashed, most of them were from Hawaii, and wouldn't you know it, Mark was born in Hawaii. I was just like, that's actually really, really interesting. Yeah, Honolulu specifically. I didn't know that he'd smash most from Hawaii. Yeah. Well, you would if you actually tallied up the numbers. Okay, alright. That'll be it for now. So... okay. So we're going to quickly check out this. Mesprit. Look at that. This is the image that I just put up. Okay. So I gotta look again, right? So there's not that many fights that you'd actually want to like bring Mesprit to. But I do want to check one more time. So let's see. Mesprit. Out of curiosity, what's everyone's favorite Pokemon type? For me, it's fighting, since Gallade is my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I tend to like other fighting types like Blaziken using Heracross. So, my favorite type, it's a tie between Dragon, Dark, and weirdly enough, Fairy. Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to think. Okay, so grasses Sinnoh after meeting at Lake Verity, roaming at Sinnoh after release from Lake Verity. So, let's see. You can use Mesprit against Volkner, the Sinnoh Elite Four, and I guess your rival before you actually go into the Pokemon League in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Let's check out Barry. Barry from Pokemon. He gets distracted very easily. Alright, so at the Pokemon League, let's check out Platinum. So if you picked Chimchar, it's gonna have Staraptor, Rapidash. This seems really bad for Mesprit, all things considered. Well, Heracross doesn't have a bug type move. It has Night Slash, but really, the only one that you actually want to even consider bringing Mesprit to is maybe if you chose Turtwig, because at least you have Roserade and Infernape as super effective targets that you can hit, but both of them carry Ghost type coverage for some reason. And if you did it for, if you picked Piplup, Torterra still has Crunch. Why do all of them have a way to hit Mesprit? Wait, every single Pokemon here, aside from Rapidash, has a way to hit Mesprit super effectively. What? Has a super effective move on every Pokemon not named Rapidash. Any version of Bertha becomes more manageable with Energy Ball and Ice Beam, and being a switch in on Cynthia's Garchomp using Earthquake is always valuable. Isn't it sad that you can only have Mesprit for either Diamond, Pearl, Platinum or Oras? Isn't that nuts? Those are the two games that you can have Mesprit for. You don't get to see my thing here. Isn't that sad? And it's also a shame because Mesprit isn't like even that insane of a Pokemon. You want to know what is insane though? The fact that I'm sponsored by today's sponsor, Honkai Star Rail. Hey, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's a really fun game. And it's a game that I've kept up with when it comes to the story, and it's just genuinely really, really cool. If you like anime style graphics, if you also like good voice acting, if you like engaging battles, if you just like story and stuff, it's very, very fun. And also, you might be thinking, wow, this is all cool and stuff, but there's probably things that you need to pay for. That is true, but not if you want to actually just play the game by itself. Yeah, this game is free. So, if you're, I'm just telling you right now, you're missing out. That's funny. Yeah, there's some good shit. Alright. Okay, alright, back to this though. So, Mesprit, right? I gotta take a look at the Sinnoh Elite Four again. Are these guys the hardest Elite Four? Alright. Wait, these are cool backgrounds actually. I should keep this in mind. Oh, what? Wait, that's it? Oh, right here. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, this seems really bad. Don't bring don't bring Mesprit to this. Oh my god, it's bad. Do not bring Mesprit to this. This one you can bring Mesprit to, because it can learn Energy Ball and Ice Beam, and it's just generally pretty decent for Bertha. It has 105 stats across the board mostly. Okay, so this seems middling. Well, the Houndoom at the start doesn't seem great. But switching it on Infernape, it can kind of work if you switch in on a predicted Earthquake. Might actually be easier there. What is this? So this doesn't seem like the absolute most insane thing, but I feel like you could Calm Mind on this. You could definitely sweep with Calm Mind if you know what you're doing. You could definitely sweep with Calm Mind. And why the heck does this Bronzong have Calm Mind? It's not that good. And then Gallade actually seems okay. And then let's see Cynthia here, right? So already off with a bad start against Spiritomb. But weirdly, I think against Roserade you could do well. Obviously the poison is going to be a worry. I think Togekiss it can do fine. Lucario maybe, not so much. Milotic, just be careful of Mirko. And Garchomp. Yeah, I actually think Garchomp is a pretty good matchup for Mesprit if you're faster. Excuse me. Well, you can get Mesprit in. So yeah. Being a switch in on Garchomp using Earthquake is always valuable too. Now let's look at this again. So Gen 5 I know is you can only get it in post game. Level 65 as well, by the way. Like, look at this. Guaranteed Litwick, that's pretty good. Oh, this is just in black and white though. Okay. Where did Clerk Lana get this team from? Hello? What? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What? Who is what is this? Random level 66 steel type team? How have I not known about this? I mean, it loses to fire types except for maybe Steelix with Stone Edge, but what the hell? I've never seen this. And then look at this Mesprit right here. Random Mesprit. Okay, so yeah, so you can't get Mesprit in Black 2, White 2. Personally, I love the flying types. I love how they animate wings. That's fair. Okay, Gen 6. You can't get an X and Y, and then you need to get a Nameless Cavern. So yeah, I think it's a good answer to Drake with Dazzling Gleam and the Ice Beam. Yeah. Does this thing get Safeguard? Can you teach it Safeguard? You can teach it Safeguard. Huh. Where's TM20 in Boras? Oh, it's in the Lily Cove department store. Wait, I just realized. You could do like Calm Mind Safeguard stuff. So you set up Safeguard first, then you start Calm Minding. Let me see this. So you Calm Mind and then you Safeguard and then Calm Mind. Then you have Shadow Ball for Claydol. And then I guess Aggron gets hit super effectively too. Honestly? Well, no, you would have to... Okay, I don't see why you would want to actually like... Well, actually, hang on. So let's try this. I'm gonna put this in. Let's do this here, right? So Mesprit. Hello, Brandon and chat. How are we doing? I think we're doing okay. So wait, what is Steven's cap again? Well, the Elite 4 level cap. We're just doing some research on Nuzlocke stuff. 55, huh? Okay. So I think at most you'd be like 57 maybe. So let's see here. Skarmory, huh? Let's assume that you're like this. Let's assume you have like 20 in each stat, which is like whatever. So I'm trying to think, right? Wait, can you? Self-inflicted statuses will not be affected by Safeguard, so it would still be affected with sleep if you use rest. Oh, nice. Okay, good to know. So that is viable then. So what you can do is you can run a really weird moveset with rest, Safeguard, Calm Mind, and Shadow Ball. Because what would happen here is that you would click Safeguard first because Skarmory doesn't see a kill with either Aerial Ace and Steel Wing. And it would either go for Spikes, which would be not so fun, or Toxic, which would be really good if you happen to click Safeguard first. And then after that, you could theoretically... Nope, not attack. You could theoretically set up to +6... And, well, you would also have to set up Safeguard against, Cradily as well. Where do you get leftovers in Boras? The basement deck of the SS title. You can only get in the post game. Ah, okay, so it's not obtainable. It is not obtainable then. Okay, so then would you maybe want to Citrus Berry? It's either Citrus or Chesto Berry, because Chesto Berry only cures sleep. So with that in mind, you would +6 as Mesprit. You can Shadow Ball, Skarmory. You can You can safeguard against Cradily. Aggron would survive 1 hit. And then you would kill Claydol here. You would kill Armaldo here. And then because Metagross isn't Mega Evolved yet, you can actually outspeed Mega Metagross and kill it. What? You can actually sweep Steven with Mesprit. Hang on, okay, I'm glad I did this reanalysis. Wow, that is a really good niche. Ultimately, I think Mesprit is really good, actually. Is it good against Wally? I do wonder. Lead with Altaria. See, this is one where you can just do more like Ice Beam and stuff, and maybe just click Psychic. You'd have to kill Gallade really quickly though. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. What is there? What is there now? So, Mesprit, I think, is really good. Alright. Let's move on to my next Pokemon that I'm going to be taking a look at for today. Golisopod. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, so typically Golisopod is available on the second island, and I don't think it does much as a Wimpod, but when it evolves into Golisopod, it suddenly gets a really nice amount of stats and a very handy move in First Impression. Also, doesn't Mega Golisopod look really cool? Wow. I know when some people saw it, people were like, for the first time, they were just like, what the heck is that? What is that thing and how do I kill it? So let's see. You can only get it in Gen 7 and Gen 8. Okay. Okay. So there's not as much research as I have to do. So let's see where. Golisopods therapy. What's your first impression of Golisopod when it comes to viability? Do you guys think it'll be good, or do you guys think it'll suck? I feel like the first thing that would come to mind is that, like, when it comes to, like, it being viable or not, is that it seems like it would be viable. What do they look like? They look like this. How good do you think this thing might be? I think it's a good viable based on looks. Yeah, I guess. Oh, you can find it in different places. So, okay, Route 8 is where you want to get it then, huh? Chasing Wimpod, yep. Level 17 to 20. So it's available before the Lurantis trial. But also, I don't think it's good for the Lurantis trial. This Pokemon is a coward. Wow, that's so mean. So where... Hang on, let's look at this thing's moveset. Or rather, like, stats. Look at this! These are pathetic stats! Its only good stat is speed with 80 speed. It's so pathetic. It's genuinely so pathetic. It gets such a gigantic glow up as Golisopod though. Only getting Struggle Bug and Stand Attack by level up. Let's see, so you can start using it after the Vikavolt trial. And you can use it for Nanu. It doesn't seem too astonishing otherwise, not gonna lie. Let's just put this in here, for example. Yeah, the Togedemaru fight as well is like, well, you can't. No, you can use it. You could use it actually, but like, why would you? Wait, can you use this thing for the Mimikyu trial maybe? Because it doesn't hit that hard. The Mimikyu, I don't think really hits too hard, in my opinion. Does it? I guess it threatens, no, it doesn't even 2-hit KO you with crit play rough either. It's only if it gets a max roll with both. Huh. So you can, so what you would do is you would first impression it because, you know, it breaks the disguise. Could use Swords Dance? Yeah. What's your level up moveset looking like at level 35? Level 16 Swords Dance, jeez. Level 48 Liquidation. Okay. Where's TMO6 Toxic in Gen 7? Oh, at Aether Paradise. And I know where in Aether Paradise too, I remember. This is like when you actually infiltrate the place. You get TM65 Shadow Claw? Mali City. Oh. From Oranguru at night at the Malasada shop. Huh. Oh, Pokemart. Okay. TM65. Ah. Yeah, right here. Oh, so you have no reason to not get Shadow Claw. Okay, so you can viably run Shadow Claw for the Mimikyu trial. So you'd hit it, and then you can theoretically maybe like set up Swords Dance. Wow, and with the crit rate, you could kill it. This is viable, I think. This is very viable. I don't think you'll have a Razor Shell for this too. Yeah, you'd be learning Sucker Punch. Also, I saw the message, Kara. I got you. Yeah, so can you Sucker Punch? Yeah, very, 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 very viably, I think. Oh, I guess it depends on the other Pokemon here too, right? Maybe you'd want to actually use Golisopod to take out the other two opponents, maybe. That sounds about right. Okay. For some parts of the Totem Mimikyu trial, it doesn't feel like that there's too many other notable matchups that it wins, except for maybe Nanu. Alolan Elite Four. Okay, so Golisopod can actually do alright against Hala. What are your stats looking like? I know your attack is really good, but isn't defense really good too? Oh, your defense is amazing. Yeah, I got you, Kara. How do I introduce Golisopod? What about Lusamine? Brother. You gonna do smash or pass with the Pokemon? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that. Comments / chats are laggy. No, you're fine. It's fine. So against Lucamine, what about Plumeria? How many times do we battle you? Second battle. Oh, so there's more than one battle. Where is this again? Ah. Imagine you doing the worst in your gameplays, but my comment, yay, is supposed to be for the one you pulled like 10 minutes ago. That's fair. I guess, but still, I think it's fine for now. Oh my god, yeah, these movesets are like way spookier. Plumeria. Let's check out Nanu. Nanu's level cap is 44 in Ultra Sun and Moon. Jesus. So you can first impression. Ooh, no, you actually can't. Okay, so you can first impression Absol. And then if you say Leech Life and set up a swords. Wait, no, you can't actually. This doesn't seem as good as I thought it would be, not gonna lie. Oh, well, I am looking at the wrong one. Whoops. Yeah, this seems much better. So if I set up Swords Dance on this. He's faster, though. I don't think you'd want to actually do this. Yeah, the Nanu matchup's actually not as good as I thought. I don't think the Komodo trial would be that good either. Rabombi, I don't think that's amazing too. Let's see this, right? Because this thing has +2 on everything. Yeah, no, this is really bad. Got a favorite sport? Badminton. I love badminton. Okay. Let's see. Let's check out emergency exit. Let's learn the technicalities of it. Let's see. Do 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 do. Can you choose who switches in? Hang on. People using Golisopod. Let's see. Curious. Hang on. Let me see it. Because it would work. It would theoretically work the same in like competitive and stuff. Look at this team, by the way. Interesting team, I gotta say. Dude, VGC is so much fun. I think my favorite age of VGC, my favorite year of VGC to watch was VGC 15. Same for like 2018. I think it's just because of how expansive those like those times actually were. It's a really interesting time. Okay, I gotta see the Golisopod be used. Okay. Assault Vest Golisopod is interesting. Does this kill? Yeah, that definitely does. So how does this work? Oh, well, I guess we won't know. I don't know those. What are they about? They're about the competitive. They're about the competitive side of Pokemon. So each year there's a format in which people play competitive Pokemon. This one is, I believe, VGC. This has to be like, yeah, the VGC 2022. I think this is when the regional Pokedex opened up to include restricted Pokemon. Wait, so where's Golisopod in this? Can you choose who switches in? Let's see this. Let's see. I need to have this confirmed for myself, because emergency exit's gonna be set up here. You can choose who comes in next. Okay. Alright, so that is notable. Hmm. Emergency exit's like, eh. Hmm. I need to remember. What could you theoretically use Galithopod for? Because you can't use it for too much else. You can use it for the fighting Elite Four member. Like, let's say, let's say that I go up against a scary Pokemon. Maybe let's do Bisharp, for example. So I would first impression it, maybe. I don't know, actually. It would have to be from a special attacker, I would think. Thing is that Galithopod doesn't really like dealing with special attackers. Hmm. What fairy types? Oh, I guess, okay, so Golisopod against, like, Sableye, for example. If it uses Power Gem and I'm brought down to, like, 50%, I could switch into my Rabombi and then really do work. Okay. Let's see this. Because Mullane uses a completely different team. Oh, hey, look at that, Bisharp. Oh, I don't know about Dugtrio, actually. No, I feel like you could. I feel like you could. Even with the threat of Fissure, you could just edge your Pokemon to be one experience point before the level cap, and then use the experience share. Okay, no, I don't see how Dugtrio can actually beat Golisopod. Okay, so you could maybe I think Golisopod is like only good for Metagross and Dugtrio, and maybe Bisharp. Why Metal Sound though? I don't see Golisopod being good for Olivia here though, because like there's a bunch of rock type attacks here, and it's even harder in this one. You could use Golisopod for this, because the Drifblim's only attack is Ominous Wind for some reason. Yeah, this seems viable. Fake Out. Let's check Fake Out. Priority of 3. First impression. Priority of 2. Damn it. Okay. What about Ultra Sun and Moon? Same thing, weirdly enough. Except for the fact that she now has a Bannet, which is a little harder, but same moveset, weirdly enough. Okay. This doesn't seem good. No, yeah, this doesn't seem good at all. Oh my god, this is bad. And then what about Kukui? Okay, so... no. Maybe Snorlax? Incineroar definitely, I can see. Maybe no, Ninetales, no, I don't see that happening. And what about How? Okay, no. 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 You do not want to lead against you do not want to lead Golisopod against this Raichu here. Never mind. Okay. But yeah, so Flareon's a good matchup. Tauros is actually a good matchup. This doesn't seem good. Decidueye actually seems okay. Vaporeon a little less so. And Leafeon is actually okay too. And Incineroar definitely is a little better. But even so, that's still really hard. Yeah, this is just, it just really is held back by emergency exit. Ugh. And when do you get Golisopod in Sword Shield? Lake of Outrage? Can you get it earlier? Let's see. Let's see. Bridgefield, Galar Mine. Okay, so you can get it relatively early, I think. 25%. But I don't think you'd want to get anything too much from here, though. Okay, so there is, I feel like there is opportunity cost with that. Bridgefield, what about that? When it's raining. Only 10% in rain. Okay, alright. Giant's Mirror. Okay, 40% here, and you can just get a Golisopod instantly. Hammerlock. So this is the northern wild area. Okay, alright. Not that you'd want to use it before anyway. Oh, it would have a good matchup against Kabu if you were able to have it then. Do 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 do. Okay, let's see. I think the only other, I think I'm just going to I'm just gonna do this and then just dip. I don't expect this to be a good a long stream, and I definitely don't want to stream for too long because I also have an assignment from Mewtwo King that I need to attend to in a bit. So, yeah. And also I just want to eat. Okay, so let's see. Bia. So let's see here. So Golisopod. Golisopod in Sword Shield. What can you get? So it has Razor Shell level 32, which is really good. Source Dance at 40 though. TR though, so you can theoretically get it as early as you want. A waterfall? That's so much, what? It's so much better of a move than Razor Shell. But even so, Razor Shell still has its benefits. Defense lowering, close combat. Oh man, this thing's broken. Liquidation, you can get liquidation. Okay, yeah, there's no reason to not have it. Okay, so you'd be intimidated, but you can also set up Swords Dance to go back to +1. Maybe even +3. Because, yeah, this thing does not do anything. You could set up Swords Dance a lot. You could go to +6. And then, yeah, this thing outspeeds you, but, like, could you give yourself a Citrus Berry? Do you even need to be at? Yeah, you could just be at +3 and everything will be fine. You can Swords Dance on it twice. Hell, you could even lead and intimidate Pokemon and then just switch into Golisopod so you can just get to +2 immediately. That seems really good. Oh my god, that seems really good. And then for Machamp, you could just like Dynamax, right? Gym Leader Bia. I don't think Golisopod does as well against Alistair though. Unless? So let's see this, right? Theoretically, you would set up Swords Dance here. Then you would go Liquidation twice on Mimikyu. You'd have a Citrus Berry still. And since you're faster than Cursola, you can Liquidation here too. Oh my god, yeah. And then you just... You'd have to switch out on Gengar though. Or you could set up Swords Dance and just keep Sucker Punching. Yeah, this is really good. Okay, Golisopod sees way more usage here. Oh my god. And then what about Opal? Okay, so this is where we get to like a bit of a shaky matchup. But I think you can actually switch into Mawile and actually go to town. But then, like, Togekiss comes out. Okay, no. Never mind. You don't really want to bring Golisopod for this. Opal's Mawile. What about Melanie? Let's see. No. You don't want to bring it here. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, to be fair, I am underleveled. Even so, no, you don't want to bring it here. Yeah, no. This is a really bad matchup. Except for against Lapras, funnily enough. What about Piers? I feel like Piers is really good. Because you can set up Swords Dance. Swords Dance there. And then you can Liquidation. Yeah, he's gonna heal, but that's whatever. You can use that as another Swords Dance turn. Oh, you do need to be careful of Malamar Foul Play, though. Okay. So maybe you don't want to actually bring, maybe what you would do is you would, switch into, Golisopod later. And you can bring it specifically for Malamar. Because otherwise it doesn't do that much. It's just that it can't comfortably switch in because it technically has 2 health bars. But I feel like it can still do well. Some of here's. Doesn't Bede have a few good matchups? Yeah, you can first impression this, and you can just yeah, so let's see. What about against Marnie? Wait, Galar Champion Cup. Yeah, you can do just fine against Liepard, I think, against Marnie here. But I'm curious here too, because this is just. Well, you can't first impression here unless you switch in specifically on Liepard, which I don't know why you would personally do that. So yeah, that's what you would do. You would first impression there. You'd have to switch out on Toxicroak though. Okay. So more often than not, Golisopod is like pretty eh. What about against Raihan? No, this doesn't seem that great. Yeah. Yeah, no. Unless you bring it in specifically, but even then it's a double battle. Yeah, this seems really bad. Yeah, let me check the Champion Cup. The music, yeah. Okay, let's check Oleana. This doesn't seem good. You can't first impression Serena because priority moves get negated by Queenly Majesty. Yeah, this seems really bad. Yeah, none of these seem great. Unless you Dynamax here specifically. Okay. Okay, you know, I'll do that. And then Chairman Rose. So I am faster with... Jesus Christ, dude. Megahorn does a lot. Well, I guess I am under-leveled, huh? Let's see this. It still does so much. If I Swords Dance here, it doesn't even have a guaranteed KO. Wow. Huh. Obviously, you don't want to do it on this thing either. Berserker seems fine to switch in on. Kling Kling not as much, and then Kaparaja. You can actually Dynamax on. You can actually Dynamax on not Gallipot, Berserker as well. So if you do that, yeah, suddenly it doesn't do that much. And level 65. Let's do Leon. So let's see. If you set up Swords Dance on this, right? Oh, it takes you immediately to... Oh, dang. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's not that good, actually. That is not as good as I thought. Oh, man. Do you need the Assault Vest for this? Yeah, you might need to run Assault Vest for this. But that means you don't have +2 from Swords Dance. Which seems really situational. Let's see though. Let's actually look at the differences between its moveset from both generations. So yeah, we know it gets Leech Life, Brick Break, Rock Tomb. Shadow Claw. Rock Slide. X Scissor, Poison Jab. Waterfall. Put them in the liquidation. Oh yeah, Bug Bite. Ooh. Bug Bite, Draw Run. Oh, this is actually not as big of a buff as I thought it would be, not gonna lie. But still though, let's see. TMs. Yeah. Can you... What about... Where's Leech Life? Okay, you can get it as a TR. I'm curious. What do other Nuzlockers think? Where is Golisopod on this? I would think that it's like just good. No? Yeah. It's just good. Not insane though. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. I am probably going to end stream right now because I do want to eat lunch and eventually get to editing. So, I'm gonna do that. Alright, with that said, I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to you guys later.